What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We have a 2020 Land Cruiser 200 series behind me. Now, it is not the Sahara, it is the GXL, which means no electric tailgate. But we're going to fix that with our aftermarket electronic tailgate system. We've also done this in a Y62 Patrol. Video is in the top right hand corner. So what we'll do is go through what comes in the kit, and then I'm also going to show you guys the full install. And just quick rundown how it works. If you open the hatch just like I did now, it will release, but it will open electronically. There'll be a button on the interior side of the car. There'll be a button at the front of the vehicle, and you can also open it with the key. So pretty much like factory. I'm not sure if the factory one has a key too. So pretty much exactly like factory. Yeah, let's jump right. Okay, in the box you will receive 2 brand new struts, a new motor and lock. Okay, this is gonna have a soft close feature attached to it. The module itself, new latch, mounting hardware, 2 interior buttons, so one for the rear, one for the front, a hole saw bit, lots of wiring. So we'll go through all of this. More wiring, more wiring, more wiring, more wiring. Some more brackets, so you basically get new brackets all the way around. And then most importantly, some instructions. So you can go with this video, and also you can use these instructions. But without the instructions, I can tell you right now, we do need to remove this panel here and all of these interior panels on the roof section on the top part here. So these panels here are all pretty easy. They're just held in by clips, and what you'll notice is a lot of the clips get left behind when you remove those panels, so just make sure you pull them out. It's very easy to do. Make a liar out of me, just pull them out. Just like that, and they just clip on nice and easy. Okay, so there's 2 pieces of double-sided right here, and that's for the original cap to sit on and get stuck to. And what you want to do is probably leave that to the end, just in case you need to adjust this at all, left, right, up, down. Alright, so here we are so far. We've got the original handle plug, the little clip which you saw me remove before. That plugs right into this plug here. We've zip tied it up there. This plug here. Now what I looked at was this. There was some wiring that comes in the kit. It comes with 2 of these plugs. I guess there's 2 different styles. This car here has the black in the middle. Oh, so this plug has the black in the middle, and that white with black stripe is ground for Toyota. So we know, just looking at that pinout looks correct. However, if something doesn't work, there is this plug in the kit. Okay, so it does come with some plugs that you won't use. So just be wary of that. But basically what you want is this plug to plug in. That was the original lock plug. The original button needs to plug in. This has to plug in the motor, which runs directly to the module there. And then you've got 2 looms here, really long ones. They're going to run to the front of the car. You'll have this little plug here that gets plugged. We're going to mount a button right there, so that'll plug into the button. And that's most of the wiring for the back end done. So what we'll do is, so all we have left to do is change the struts over, run the wiring over to the modules, and then neaten it up. Okay, here's one side done. So we've got a new bracket there. We've got the new bracket up here. And that runs along here, over to there, up into there. Now we've got rid of this sort of rubber thing here. I've noticed it's left a little hole there, so what I might do is cover that up. And yeah, I guess if you want, what you can also do is put this back on and then just cut out the part here. But I thought about that, but I was worried there's nothing holding the bottom part in, so it's probably just gonna flap around, and water is still able to run down this channel as normal. And this is the inside of the car, so that's protected. So I figured maybe we could just get rid of it. It looks clean. But yeah, that's that. So I'll get the other side done, and then we'll come back to this wiring right here. Guys, welcome to Melbourne. Is it a beautiful afternoon? Or is it gonna rain and ruin our install? No one knows. I'll give you guys an update of what we did. I completed the left side strut, mimic that on the right hand side. Now the module we had over here, mount double-sided up, which I showed you, I took it off, moved it over to this side, mounted it to this part of the metal and used zip ties to hold it down. We don't want that going anywhere, so I figured zip ties are the best way. And we had to move it because this strut cabling is very short. It only makes it there up to here, right to around this area. Whereas this side here made it all the way up and around, okay? So the right side's much shorter. We need to put the module here for that. The long cables, the two long cables we had, I've made a loom out of them and I've run them down along here. So this is all our wiring and just sort of mimicked the factory one. So what we've done is just stayed away from these clips basically anyway. So as long as you can mount it there, get it away from those clips, she'll be fine. And it's run all the way here over to here. And what we're gonna do from there is run through this grommet, okay? They come out nice and easily, just like that. We're gonna use something to run through the grommet into the roof lining, pull it through, and we can start running those cables to the front of the car. Okay, now this part of the wiring is done. I had this rubber lifted up, and what we did was tuck the wiring underneath the roof lining along here, over to this point. And then what we've done is removed this panel's clips, and we've put the wiring down there, and it's run alongside here, down to this point right here, which is where we were able to remove this panel, which is just held in by clips. And I also removed the 10mm within this. That will allow you to remove this panel enough to get it out, and then you can run across and then down behind this so you don't see anything. And we got it down to here, okay? Now I've loomed it up. Right around in this area, ground is gonna land right there. So I was thinking maybe here, there's a ground point right there, or if we can find something a bit more hidden, there you go. In there's a couple 10mm in there, we can on one of those bolts, but these are all really good ground points, so we can ground our cable, this cable right there, and then we're going to follow the factory wiring along there, over to the front, and we're running this wiring all along the body of the car to the front, okay? Okay, we're now at this point here, so we're at the driver's side rear door. Now the wiring follows the factory wiring all the way to this point. This panel comes off very easily. Right here it's just clips. There's a screw right there, okay, which is this part here. It's like the footwell or the foot step, and then there's a clip there. So just unclip after you undo this screw, and then you can run that through. This is all back together, looking clean. Basically at the back, you can't tell we've been there. The only thing you can see is a bit of tape on our loom, which is following the factory loom. But apart from that, the ground we did end up doing deep inside. So what we're going to do now, run this wiring through underneath this panel, and then we're going to go from the back, we'll remove this panel, run up here, and then we're going to get the wiring to this area right here where we can do our switch and we can do some more wiring connections. So these are a couple of the last things to do at the back. One latch, now there is movement on this, it can go in and out, so that we'll need to test to make sure that's okay. The other thing is this button, okay, so if there's no button from factory, you will need to add the new one, plug it in, tape all that up, which I will do, and now we can look at the front. Alright guys, I've gotten a bit more done. Now this panel right here just comes out with these clips, and there's two 10mm underneath, so there's one there and there's one about here under a little flap. Then you can unclip that. Once you unclip this panel, then you can unclip this, and then you'll be where we are now. So this is pretty easy to remove. Now, down here in the kick panel, driver's side, in this white plug right here, there's a blue cable right there, which you can see I've tapped onto. The orange wire, which is the unlock wire, we've tapped onto that. So just using a test light, see how I've hit unlock and it flashed? That's what we want, okay? It's your unlock wire. So there's that. Next up, you want accessories. So up here in this brown plug, there's accessories. I cut my hand. I actually cut my hand opening this loom. There's accessories, so you want to go accessories, tap on the pinky, again use your test light to check. And the last thing, it's very annoying, oh yeah, and also it's your switch, okay, so that just goes in there, plug it in, the brown wire coming off the switch goes over to this plug right here, and it taps onto green, and that's just illumination, so you can pick that up off any plug really, but I've got illumination. The annoying part was this. The fuse box cable is sort of designed to be on this side, I think. Doesn't seem very long. But it's got to run across over there to underneath the glove box. That's where the fuse box is. So I'm going to get it over there, and if I have to extend it, I'll let you guys know. And if I don't, well, that's even better. But for now, I'll solder up all these 1, 2, 3 tape them all up nicely, get this back together. Okay, these are all soldered, so while I tape them up, I just wanted to tell you guys, the good news is you don't need to extend the power wire to get it over to the fuse box. Bad news is, it's very hard to plug in without removing the glove box. So most of you guys will have to remove it, but if you think you can do it without removing it, go for it, because I was able to do it, but I don't think it's easy. Basically how the plug works is it's a plug and play fuse with the main plug of the fuse box. So you can get under the glove box, and that's where the fuse box is located, and you can unplug the bottom input wire to the fuse box. It's not the one that you want, so you have to unplug that. Then you want to get the one above that, unplug it, pull it out, and you can do the plug and play part. It's a lot harder than it sounds. Alright guys, I ended up getting this done just because we're running out of time, but basically this all goes in. There's, like I said, there's a screw right here, there's one under there. That's how this comes out, then that all clips in. This panel's all back in nicely, just check all your body lines. Same thing here. Okay, beautiful, check all that. So this is all looking good. Back of the car just looks normal. I'm gonna go ahead and press. And there you go. Now it's on a slow setting right now, so what we'll do is speed that up. I'll show you how to do that. I'm gonna press and hold. Okay, 5 beeps. That's our cabling running from there over to there. I managed to cover those holes with a nice rubber grommet. Looks really good. All this stuff I had to put on, but you know, it all goes on the exact same way it comes apart. Okay, so very easy, it's not very hard at all. That's this side, got the grommet there. We can go and press the button. Right, there she is. That's the soft close. And she's done. Apart from that guys, we'll turn the lights on. Okay, there's your interior button right there. And press that. It's closing right now. And you can also open it with that button. And that is the system done. And that is the full system done guys. So it is a big install. It's bigger than the installation in the Y62. But it's still not overly difficult, just a little bit more involved on this car. This kit is on our website, so the link for that is in the description if you want to go ahead and get it. If you want to reach out to us, we're based in Melbourne. All that stuff is in the description below. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. Any questions, drop them in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel and catch you in the next one.